Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nathan Tarble. I'm a finance major here at Mason, and today I'm here to talk about problem solving and how it affects business and society and how you can use it in your everyday life. So, my article was called South Africa Imposes Blackouts to Save the National Grid, and it was written on the Financial Times by James Cotterill. So, basically, what happened was I analyzed an ongoing power crisis that Africa is facing right now, in which a company called Eskom, which is a monopoly, it's a monopolistic type company. So it basically they control all the power in South Africa. They lost 6 of their power units in an accident, and then they don't have enough money to get out of the rut, so they can't fix their power units. So they're losing 4,000 megawatts of power in South Africa, which is extremely detrimental to the economy and citizens in general, businesses. It affects pretty much everyone, especially since South Africa is an industrial economy. It affects like their everyday companies, their everyday lives. It affects pretty much everyone. The one thing I would like to say about monopolies is it's not good to have a monopoly. When something goes wrong, there's no other company that can take the slack. They can't pick the slack up because they're the only company that's doing it. So no one can really help them, and they don't have enough money to get out. So, yeah. So in an effort to fix the problem, the company Eskom is imposing blackouts of power, which basically means there's no power for a certain amount of time. They just turn the power off completely to save power. It's basically extremely short-term solution. So it's not really going to help in the long term. You can't just keep turning the power off and then turning it back on. That's just not very helpful. So because of this, the South African president has to step in. He has a plan to split the company into 2 parts that each control the different aspects of the company itself. So basically, they're controlling different parts of the business, but it's still the one monopoly. It's just now split up into 2 parts. And he's doing this because he wants to move. The president hopes that this will move the company into more privatization of the power business, or the power business in general. He hopes that it becomes more privatized over the future, which is smart because then something like this won't happen again. But it's not gonna come like that. It's not just gonna fix the whole situation in a week. This is gonna take time to privatize everything. So how does this relate to problem solving? Well, problem solving is an extremely important aspect of business and just life in general. Humans have been dealing with problems ever since, the dawn of time. They made fire to help with their problems. So problem solving is probably the most important aspect of business because that is what a business is built on. It's built off of solving a problem and making life more simple for its users. So it's very important that you can find creative solutions to everyday problems. And that's just if you want to be in a company or just anything in general. If you want to be good at school, if you want to, if you're having trouble with a girl or something, you have to think on your head, think on your toes, and just problem solve. So that's what I pretty much took out of this. You got to come up with creative solutions, even if it does mean that it's not a long-term fix yet, and you have to go with a short-term fix first. Sometimes it just has to be like that. And yeah. Also, as far as this article relating to business and society, I would say that shows that monopolies, they're really not that functional in today's society, and they should probably be abolished. in, economies now, because you got to have more than one business. You have to have competition. You can't just have one thing ruling over, because it could easily get corrupt. So we should fight this by embracing competition of companies and not just having a monolithic type company. Yeah, that's what I took out of this article. Thank you so much.